Oh, that. Hello, hello. Apparently, I have a green screen malfunction. There we go. All fixed. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Hopefully, you're all doing good today. Hopefully, you had a great week. I am tired because yesterday we went out on a really long bike ride. I sort of like changed up what I normally gonna do. It was also on a little bit hotter than it was predicted. I thought it was going to get up to 90 degrees like later in the day, 90 Fahrenheit. And nope, it got like to 93 at like 10 a.m. and then 100 plus degrees like shortly after that, and caught us off guard. So really tired, but it was good. That being said, that might mean a shorter stream today. Because I didn't actually get any of my chores done yesterday, so I might need to take a little bit off today to go and actually do those. So what are we on today? We are back on to Screeps Arena stuff. So if we take a look at our capture the flag thing, we're running our right. Okay, so we run our defenders first. So we figure out our group. We have our state, and we have so we have our groups, or we have our states. We have all that fun stuff. I have to remind myself how this all works. And I can't remember if we. Yeah, so defenders, healers heal. I don't think we have the towers attacking yet. I think we have defenders move to the flag and wait until attacked. The towers do not yet attack, I believe. So in the defenders, okay, so then run defenders. Basically, okay, go through all of our creeps and then handle this. We can probably handle our towers in here too, because they're part of the defending team. I don't know if I need state for this. What is inside the states? We have creeps. Yeah, okay, so okay, we get the enemies. We have so we have an entire enemies here. So we're gonna want to get all enemies within a certain range, within range of the towers, really. In a way, I kind of want to just put the towers in here. So have towers, which is going to be a vec of structure tower. Okay, so we get that as our default. And then we're gonna have then we have this load creeps. I probably want to load towers on after this. So all right, so to grab this, we'll do self dot towers is equal to get objects by prototype. We'll use these prototypes, something tower. There's our structure tower. We'll turn this into an iterator. We'll filter so we just get mine. Why are you upset? And then we'll collect. Let's see where it. Oh, you don't. Wrong symbols. That's a match. Okay, so in the field my unstructured tower. Really? I thought that it had a my. Or is it not this specific thing? Okay, well, actually that gives me a structured tower. Okay, never mind. So that is exactly what we're looking for. Structure tower. We enter iterator, we filter that, so we get this tower. We want tower.my. There we go. Tower.my. And then we want to unwrap or default here, with the default being false. The reason for that is because for towers, in some parts of the game, it's possible for them to be neutral. So my could be a none or a true or false. However, in this game, in Capture the Flag, that's not possible. It's always mine or theirs. All right, so that gives us the towers. So we're going to load those up here. Which now means in Defenders, I can handle these towers in state here. So step one, I want to grab the closest enemy to the flag. Do I already have something like that? So get enemies array, that's not really there. Okay, so what if I get closest enemy to flag within radius. Okay, so we're gonna take in self. We're gonna have our radius that we're searching for, and that's gonna be, let's say, like 5, maybe even like less than that. We might go for like 3. Within 3 from the flag, our towers just unload on them. The reason why I want to do that is because the towers have a pretty severe damage fall off, and every single tick or every single space after a certain amount, they get significantly less damage. So within like first 5 or 10, it's pretty it's the strongest. And if by 3, only attacking the ones that are actually dangerous to us. Okay, so we're gonna probably return an option with we could clone or we could reference. I don't know if it matters. I'm gonna do a reference to a creep. So we need to self dot enemies. Okay, so we're gonna get an iterator. Do I need to enumerate this? I don't know. Because I could get the index of the one that's the closest. Actually, oh. Do I have my flag in here? I do have my flag. So if I do self.myFlag dot, here's this one, find closest by range. Positions then have to be this entire array thing. So I need to get the enemy's array, which I already have. So that gives me that array. Okay, this gives me an option object to that. Find closest by range, I don't think takes anything else, does it? No, it doesn't. So then I want to actually convert this into the enemy. Convert this into the. I guess we're gonna get the ID out of this. So let enemy ID is gonna be equal to. We're gonna use that reflect thing. This should. Well, actually, it's an option, right? Like, there's a possibility that there's none here. So if let some enemy objects okay, so if this exists, then what do I want to do? I want to now get the ID off of it. So we'll say let enemy ID equals reflect get. Our target here is this object. So want this to be singular. And then the key. What are we going for? So this is a JS value, I believe. Yeah, JS value from stir. We are getting ID. Okay, you return a result. So then, okay, so now I get this JS value here. Okay, so if we reach the end, we're gonna just return none. So that will make you happy. Okay, so if let okay ID, so we get the ID out of here. So now I need to find, get the enemy by object. Oh, look at this. We get enemy by object. Never mind. Hold on. We've already got this here. So I have this enemy objects here. So if let some enemy object. I want to consolidate this a little bit. Okay, so we get enemy object out of here. Okay, so then if okay, so I don't need to do this now. I get the enemy object out, and now I want to get the enemy by object. We also have some of this stuff, but get enemy by object. So we're going to pass in this object. So let enemy, which actually this returns an option with a reference to a creep. So we're just going to return this, aren't we? So we're going to return self.get enemy by object and pass it in the enemy object. I'm going to return this all the way out, and then we can do an else and return you in here too. You are oh, this gives me, okay, so hold on. Okay, so if I have that, I want to then also check to see what this is. I think it's going to be a U8. So if I do, I guess it would be another if let. I guess, okay, here. I should be able to unwrap this. Because we know that we found the enemy objects. So we know we found one. So I feel pretty safe in unwrapping that. Okay, so this gives me a creep here. Then I want to check to see if enemy dot oh wait, it's not if enemy. I can just do another self flag. So self dot my flag dot, there's like a distance 2 or something like that. Oh, there was the find in range. Get range 2 enemy. That gives me a U8. So if this is less than radius, then we're gonna return this enemy. So return a sum with the enemy. Else return a none. Oh, mismatch types expected this object, but we have a creep. There is that entire, we have the utility function that does the creep to object here. So creep to object. Oh, this is enemy. Okay, so now I can get closest flag here. So this is handle towers. We'll start by getting the closest it should probably be an if let, right? So if let some enemy that we're targeting equals state dot get closest, and then our radius, let's choose something like 3, maybe 4, because it's a less than. Okay, that gives me the creep, and then we can attempt to target with both of our towers. So we can do state dot towers All right, both of you attempt to attack and don't worry about anything else. Okay, then handle towers. No matter what we're doing, I want to also handle the towers in here. So all right, we have a bunch of warnings. Let's take care of them. So let's see, unused warn here. We're not using either of these functions, so I guess I'll just get rid of them. I have them in oh right, because this is in library. We're sort of like moving away from that. That's what's going on there. Okay, so we're not using this roll thing anymore, which means we don't need any of this, or the my creeps, or the impul for that. All right, you need, okay, you have a result that must be used. Okay, so this creep to object here. I want to reflect set. You should always work. So I feel decently okay unwrapping this. And that's it. No more warnings. Okay, so you've been compiling all of our code. So go back to the game. Let's go ahead and test our game against Floating Orange again. And let's see if we attack them when they get really close. I don't think that we're still going after them. We're still not going after their flag. We lasted longer, 660 ticks this time. All right, so we are down in the bottom right. Let's zoom forward. Hey, look at that. Our towers are going. The towers ran out of juice, so I might want to reduce that range down even more. So it's like literally within like 2 of them. But yeah, we lasted a significantly longer period of time before we lost here, which is good. Okay, so one tweak, I do want to get this to like radius 3 almost, like within 2 spaces of the flag. Go ahead and start attacking. Maybe 1 space. Less than 1 space. 2. So it would be 1 space of the flag, and that should make it a little bit. That should make it so that way we're attacking the same ones that are being defended against. I think that should work. For our fighter, if your range is also, again, same thing. I want to get flag, only go after things that are within maybe like 3 of the flag. All right, so that's our defenders. We can continue to tweak that a little bit. So what's next? We probably want to do a little bit more offensiveness. And actually looking at this, we've moved closer to the flag. We've done all these things. Okay, so we've done defenders. We have defenders who move to flag until attack. We have the towers attacking, and the healers, I believe, are healing, right? Like you're actually healing. So move to here. You never move. You never move. If Kree is hurt. Oh yeah, look, we try to do a ranged heal to the fighter. We do a normal heal to the ranger. We do a ranged heal to the fighter. And we do a heal to ourselves. That should be fine. So as long as the fighter stays right next to the flag, we should be fine. So, okay, we got all of those things working. So defenders are now set up. Attackers, how do we want to do this? We could just rush and try to go get the flag. I sort of feel that that's not going to work. We could go try to get all of the body parts in the center and just try to get really, really big. I feel like, especially with like this enemy, they rush with everything. So us staying together and like all attacking might be a really good strategy. Do they actually all attack, or do they leave some at home? They left 1 unit at home. It's a... They left a healer at home. That thing can't even attack. I guess they're expecting it to heal itself, and then the towers take care of whatever is attacking them. So all throughout the map, all of these sort of body parts are left here. They don't increase the strength, or they don't increase like the armor or health of our creeps, but they do increase like the other things. So move here will make us move faster. A here will make us attack harder. So we kind of want to just send... Do I just want to send a creep of the right type out? Or do I want to just have everybody just constantly going out and grab stuff, and then if you're not grabbing something, maybe like fall back to a staging area? So my idea is that if we do fight against someone who turtles, and they keep everyone over here until the very last second, then we're gonna want to get really strong and beefy so we can attack them on their own turf, and then that would work because we'd have all this extra gear. This one, however, is attacking us pretty quickly, so I kind of feel that I'm gonna need to deal with that. How long does it take before they hit over? So they all move in towards the flag. That's the first thing they do. Then they just hang out there for a while. And then on tick... Yeah, this is a long time they sit here. On tick 500, they all start moving out, except the one that's on the flag. And it's a beeline to our flag. So I kind of feel that this one is get a false sense of security, defend, but hey, after 500, just go. And try to win out. We could wait until they come. We have the advantage numbers because they have one less unit here. I don't know if it's always going to be a healer. This time it was. It might be random. I sort of feel like I want to come out and just grab these because that's 500 ticks worth of time that we could be leveling up our creeps. So I think that's what I want to do. I want the attacker group to be just leveling up. And if we see creeps like within, I don't know, X position of ours, I don't know what that length would be. We want to all go after them, and I think everyone should attack. If we're doing any kind of attack, have everyone go there and attack them. So we have numbers and we focus fire. I think that's going to be really important too. So let's first start by collecting all of these upgrades. So we have this one defenders. Next up is going to be the attackers, and all we have is okay. So we have the groups, defender and attacker. That's all we have. So we have this run defenders here, and we iterate through, we get the index and the creep. Okay, right, that should be pretty, we're gonna do the same, pretty much the same thing here. So I'm just gonna copy you. Okay, so we're not gonna do this stuff, obviously. I might want to handle them separately. I probably actually do want to handle them separately. Towers, we're not gonna handle. Defenders, get the towers. This will be our run. We do have healers, so we're gonna have to handle these two. So creep is gonna be a reference to a creep. I don't know if we're gonna return anything. Okay, so that makes you happy, and then you're just upset that we're not doing anything. So then back to our mod, we run defenders, and then we run attackers. All right, so how do we want to do this? Everybody just goes out into the middle, and just sort of like hangs out there, or just sort of like be in different places. We might want to just be in different places. So, in Rangers, I feel are gonna be. I want them to be like get to places really fast. So. Get the power. Okay, so if not attacking, get the power up. Okay, so what is attacking? So if there is an enemy at any point, that we're either attacking or getting too close to our flag, so like crossing the river essentially, that's when we want to attack them. So if the enemy crosses the river, if we're going to, I guess that's what our state is too. Like what our attackers are going to have a state too, isn't it? It's like attack state. Our attack state is going to be, so let's actually create an enum for this. L9 don't cry. Hello. And welcome. We don't know how much damage they are doing. Yeah, that's another thing, is that we don't know how much damage they're going to do because of updates and upgrades. So what are the different states that we can be in? We could be in Gathering. We could be in sort of like do I want to just kill all of theirs before just going for the flag? That might be a good idea. We have gathering, we have our other enemies. It's like defending or like attacking creeps and then going for the flag. You know, I almost want to then say with this attacking creep, we have our target. So gathering, attacking creep would then have a reference to a creep inside. And then flag. Like just go make your way to the flag. I don't know, this might be a little bit too oh, I need a lifetime. Here, we'll just put the full one in and we'll clone it in. That'll be fine. And then in state, we can now have our attack state. So to begin with, we're going to start in gathering mode. So in gathering mode, so I guess like inside of each of these, do I want to have like different I think I might want to have different oh, it's gonna be like a double match, isn't it? So we have like the state types for this. So like, okay, if you're a ranger, then go ahead and handle ranger and pass it in this creep. Okay, that's great. But if we're in attack mode, if we're in gathering mode, you're all gathering type stuff. So I kind of need to do both, don't we? I kind of want to do a match on state dot attack state. Okay, so if we're gathering, then we're gonna have the target that we're attacking. Move out of state attack state dot zero. I don't need to. How about? There we go. Okay. Then okay, so if we're in this gathering state, for each of these, I want to now like, hey, ranger, go get move and go get ranged attack body parts. So we have move. I didn't see any ranged attack. Oh, there it is. Here's our ranged. Okay, so there's our ranged attack. So we have attack, range attack, and move. Is there like armor too? I don't think so. I think it's just... And I don't think they actually give us armor. Because like they were empty or some weirdness with the body parts. So... okay, so for our... Do I still want to do this here, or do I want to just do like some if statements inside of each of these and have these be sort of like less good? Why are you unreachable? I'm not trying to return. All arms diverge. Oh, is it? Because it's to-dos. They're gonna crash. That. I think that's why it's yelling at us. Because like it's gonna crash because they're all to-dos. Okay. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do this now. Handle ranger with this stuff. Okay, so we could match state dot attack state. We want this to be a reference, we learned. If we're in gathering mode, I want you to go after move and ranged attack parts. So we need to find those if they exist, and then go after them. So there's this class body part here, but I don't think this is going to be part of the prototypes. I think this is sort of like going to be a more strange thing for us to find. I didn't keep any of that, did I? No, this was a different example. I have the other stuff in GitHub. So oh wait, no. Collect closest body part. Oh yeah, I did delete that function. We can go take a look at it again. Okay, collect closest body part. We get objects by prototype. Oh, they did have a body part. Okay, so well there we go. So I want to get all the body parts, and I want to filter by by the type. Okay, so here we have our body parts. I own this new vector, so I might as well do an into iterator, take ownership of it. Then I want to filter it. Okay, so now I want to say, can I see what type you are? Part type. Okay, so part type gives me a part, okay? So if you're equal to okay, so if you're equal to part move or a part type is equal to ranged attack, so one of these two, we'll collect you together. Okay, so now we have just the body parts that they're interested in. So then I want to now, I could just choose one randomly, or just like the first one we're going for in here, maybe. So then if you have a length, let's get the first one. I can actually even do just that first, can I? No, not with you. I would have to do the collect. And then I can do first. That gives me an option with the body part in it. So then we want to do an if let. Okay, so we now have a single body part in here. I want to go after it. I kind of then want to do this for the other ones too, just to make sure that it's working, because it might take a while for us to see. Well, let's just try it. We'll go after a idle opponent. And we want to wait to see okay, there's a move piece, and none of my creeps are moving towards it, so that is not working. Okay, so handle ranger if we're in the gathering state, which we should be in the gathering state. We can do a quick warn here. Okay, yeah, we're hitting gathering here. So we are gathering. Then the next thing is, do we find the body parts? And then if we do, are we attempting to move towards it? I wonder if this is give me false here. So I kind of want to like gathering and then like maybe see what the body part is. Oh, I think this works like this. Okay, so these are the two body parts that we should see in here. Or for each one of these, we should see the body part as we're looking at it. Oh, this is ours. But we just got into defense positions. We didn't actually do anything. I guess we could also wait to see in this older one. Ooh, okay, hold on. What happened? Oh, a ranger part came. So your healer, all these other rangers should be going towards it, shouldn't they? Why is only one going towards it? So we loop through all of our creeps. If oh. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm because I copied and pasted, I sent the wrong one out. If not matches in attackers, I want you to be group attacker. Okay, so here's a move, and here are all of our rangers heading over there to that move. So, I mean, I think this is okay for right now. I don't know that this will hit like the really advanced spots when we get to the higher leagues, but for right now, I think having them together will be fine. If they run into any trouble, they should also be able to help each other out. So they should be going for both move and range. So let's double check. So you get that, and then you all move over here and get that. And then you're just continuing to collect all these. That's fine. So you're just... Okay, that's great. So then the last two, so we have attack and heal. So I kind of want to do the exact same thing. And handle fighter and healer. So we get your body part. The big difference here is in this filter. So I kind of want to extract this out. I don't need to do the Warren anymore. Okay, so I only want part attack for fighter. So get that, and then if you find one, move to it, and then exact same thing here. All right, let's test this. Okay, so there's a move. Oh, there's our one last attacker in the not defender group going after the attack, and there's our healers going after the healer group. Now, we might want to also like break up into like 2 different attacker groups and then have like a good blend, like a mixture of units together. That might be safer. Okay, so that's if we're in gathering mode. If we're in the attack mode, we want to constantly detect to see if there are any enemies within X, of any of our creeps, right? It's like if they get too close to any one of our creeps, we're going to all move over and attack them. Otherwise, we're going to, if they get too close to home, we're all going to rush back home and attack that too. Or defend that. So I need in attackers here, I need some way to detect, like to change our state, which is going to be, I wonder if I want to have this be like an impulse on the state. Sorry, on the attack state. Because then I could hear we run defenders, we run attackers, and then we update the attack state. Let's try that. Okay, so how do we want to do this? What's going to happen? If our enemies are within X... Okay, so like, first of all, if we see an enemy on our side of the map, we attack. I think that's really what we're going for here. So, okay, if we're in gathering, so we probably should match ourselves first. Okay, so if we're in gathering mode, switch to attack mode if enemy is too close, is on our side. Or too close to our creeps. That could be rough, right? Because I could potentially have a problem where every single creep, if I'm looping through all of our creeps, and then looping through, I guess, like find by range. Well, that will work, right? Okay, find by range. If you're within like 10 of us, we're going. That might be the way we do it. So if we're in gathering mode, if you get within range 10, we go. So get closest enemy to flag within radius. I kind of want to now have pub function get closest enemy to creep within radius. The big difference here is that instead we're going to do creep instead of my flag. So I kind of want to do find closest by path. Okay, and then we get our positions. And this is going to be, okay, yeah, our self enemies array. Okay, so we now have an enemy object. So we know that that there is an enemy. Well, we know that there is an enemy at all. Because it's not within. Okay, is there an object here that we can do? I forget what you need. This would be a find path object. So if I did some reference to find path object options. Hold on, let's actually do this up here. Okay, so if I get the default ones, and then I also want to say, is there like within a range or something like that? Okay, so what are my options here? Find closest by path. We have the from position, the positions, and then this options. An object containing additional pathfinding flags supported by the search path method. Well, yeah, I don't know if this is what I exactly want here. Range the position before the goal is considered reached. The default is 0. A goal. No. If more than one goal is supplied as an array of goals. Wait, I think it's this one. A goal is either an object containing X and Y properties or an object as defined below. So we have a position and a range. Range to position before the goal is considered reached. So I could... Can I have a range that's not... and not have the X and Y? Oh, wait, no. Is this options? Here. So, cost matrix, point cost. Okay, so you can update these. Find a way away from it. Okay, so they can't find that one. Now I could find in range. Returns an array with the objects find. So I could do a find in range. And then take that range and find closest by path, and we just attack that one. We could do that. So okay, hold on. Let's try this again. I want to do the find in range. So we're gonna do creep dot find in range. Positions is that array. Okay, so that's gonna be a reference to self dot get enemies array. Range is gonna be our radius. What do you return? You return this array of just object. Okay, so it's this fun array. Then I don't know if I have like what I can do with this array now though. I have to like convert it back to a vector. So I can like then do stuff, because otherwise Rust will be very upset with me trying to run any methods on this. So if I just do enemies in range, now this array is like a JavaScript style array. So it's like a WebAssembly array. What can I get off of here? Looks like I've got an iterator type stuff. It's like I got filter, find. I can do to Vec. Okay, so this is going to be this Vec JS value. So at this point in time, I would be having to use reflect to grab information off of it, which isn't too terrible. Okay, so we have enemies in range. I mean, so I could very naively handle this. I could just say, hey, get the closest enemy to a creep that's within range, get the first one that we see, and that's our target. We could just do that. So okay, let me convert this to a vector. So we now have a vec of JS values. I want to grab the ID from that, and then we can get by ID. Go get enemy by object. Oh, but that's not exactly the same thing, is it? That's an object. So I need to get the ID. Okay, so let me also get the first, which means this becomes an iflet. Okay, so if we have an enemy in range, let's get their ID. Okay, so we grab you, so we now have this ID, which is this JS value. I think, can I toString this to actually get it out? I don't remember anymore. What do I do from the object thing? We do the reflect, we get this, and the ID. Oh, a JS string from this ID. Okay, so then we loop through. Right, okay, so enemy.id gives us a JS string. So that's why I can do this here. So then from, is it from or is it from? Yeah, okay, so it is from this ID, and we'll clone you. Okay, so we found the enemy here, and I want to return it. So we're just going to return early a sum with an enemy. Otherwise, we reach the very end, and we return a none. Okay, so that gives me the closest enemy to the creep within radius. Which means we need to do this for each creep. Which means I need the state to be passed in here. Or at least we need the other creeps. If I do state, this is all by reference, so it should be fine. Okay, so for creep in state dot creeps. Okay, so we get you. Then I want to grab the closest one. So if let sum enemy is equal to state dot closest enemy to creep within radius. There's the creep. The radius is going to be, let's say, 10. We get our enemy. So now, okay, we have one. So now we're going to say, how do I do this? I do self equals attack state attacking creep enemy dot clone. Expected mutable reference to attack state, found attack state. Oh, it's like that. Yeah, so reach in, go to the spot in memory where it is, and just replace it by this. So that updates it. So if we're in gathering phase and we see an enemy get even close to us, we now switch to attack state. So we run defenders, we run attackers. We're gonna need this to be mutable. They're the only thing that we're doing mutable stuff on now. So state dot attack state dot update. Pass it in a reference to state. Ooh, I do have mutable stuff on that, so that's not gonna work. Cannot borrow a state attack state immutable because it's already borrowed as immutable. Let's do let's put you on here. Actually, I should just have this return, shouldn't I? So I should do something like self dot attack state equals and have it like return a new attack state. Then we update, we pass it in a reference to self. There we go. Okay, so now I like that a little bit more. So then update, you don't need to have a mutable reference to self anymore. You just take in a reference to self. We take in a reference to state. We now return the new attack state. You are going to return a brand new self. And so if we reach the end here, we're going to return just self. Except that's maybe I want this to be an option. So if we are changing, okay, option self, so then down here we can say, no, we're not doing anything. Okay, so then dear, yes, I know you don't like Restox in that position. Back to you. Okay, so then you, if we're changing, so we'll do an if let some new attack state. We update you. And then we set the new attack state. So then, okay, now we have updated attack state. That should be happy. All right, so we should now switch away from gathering mode as soon as attacker gets close to us, close to any one of our creeps. Now, we're not necessarily doing anything with that. But we do have that enemy, don't we? So we should we now have our attacking creep. So let's tell all of our attackers to, well, attack that attacking creep. So in handle ragers, here's this enemy. If we found you, everybody just well, if you're a ranger or you're a fighter, it doesn't really matter. Just attack. So in this case, we're going to do creep if creep dot ranged attack enemy. If you're not in range, so attempt to attack it. If you're not in range, move towards it. Same thing with fighter. Except your attack. Healers are not going to be doing anything if we're attacking a creep. I'm just going to have this be a no op for them. I suppose really if we're in attacking phase, I want to find the creep with the really like the closest creep with low health. Find a creep with health with lower health. Do I have anything, any utilities for that? type. Is creep hurt? Oh, is creep hurt? Okay, so I could loop through all the creeps, find if a creep is hurt. So I don't actually care about enemies here. What we're gonna do is find creeps that are, so find the first creep, get the first creep that is hurt. So I want to loop through and then filter and then get the first. Okay, so we're gonna do an if let some hurt ally. All right, so we're gonna do a state dot. Okay, so for all the creeps, we get an iterator, and we're going to for each. No, we're gonna filter. Then it's going to be this is hurt, is creep hurt, pass it the reference to the creep. That'll be the boolean. Then we'll collect this into a vec of creep. Then we'll get first. Okay, so now we have our hurt ally. I want to attempt to heal it. So, if creep dot heal our hurt ally, if we're not in range, move to our hurt ally. Okay, so everyone attack. Otherwise, if we're doing this, we don't ever have this one, so I don't actually know if this is going to run into a problem because we're never in the attack state. I think we're fine to test this out. Let's go back to floating orange. Okay, so here's ours and the bottom right. 645 is how long we last, so I don't think it's it's actually a worse outcome for us. So we're waiting for things to appear in the center. Okay, we go off. We have 500 ticks. Man, lots of moves to begin with. Okay, there's our attacker going off to get his attack. Healers are going off to get heal. We're all doing the things. Moving back and forth, grabbing our stuff. Wait. Why was this creep getting damaged? Look at that. Oh, I didn't even notice. They were attacking us with their turrets. I didn't even see that. Hold on, let's go to 4 ticks per second. Did you die? Oh, you haven't died, but there's nothing for you to gather, so you're just sitting there letting the turrets take you out. And but you're gonna be dead soon though. There, now it's dead. And they're all coming. Let's go back to 1 tick per second. We're all going after like one of these, aren't we? And we're like, a lot of them are also stuck in the swamps, so that's not great. They're mostly ignoring our guys though. I'm surprised healers aren't attempting to heal this guy. It seems broken. Wait, are we still in gathering mode? We're still in gathering mode. That's our problem. We never left gathering mode. So then we've abandoned our base to these attackers. Okay. We do our best. But it doesn't really matter. We take out several of them, but in the end, we lose. All right, so why didn't we flip over to the new attack state and start doing that? So I kind of want to see. We handle all of you. So if we're gathering, I suppose this would cause a problem. Why didn't it? It's like, you should be running. So update attack state. Call update on self. Turn you, unless that was always a none. Get close enemy to creep within radius. This must never return anything. Because we never crashed. We never got to this. We should have crashed. Which means this never found anything. So we loop through each creep. Get closest enemy to creep within radius 10. Find in range. I wonder if we should actually do the same thing that we do here. Let's switch this around. Go back to like the sort of original method, which is this one. Hold on. We're gonna do that. So this is gonna be creep. Instead, find closest by range. We get the enemy. So we get our enemy creep. So get enemy by object. Okay, so if creep.getRange2 creep to object is less than radius, some enemy, otherwise none, otherwise none. Okay, so let's try this. This way now we should all start attacking that one enemy. $657, so that's better again. That's like I think our record against them is 660, I think. So okay, same thing. We wait probably until tick 500 or so until they start attacking. They get some of these pot shots off on our creeps with their turrets. We should probably have our healers also checking to see if anybody needs healing and heal them at that time. So they all start hitting out. We should see a change in behavior. We're not really moving. We should actually see a crash, shouldn't we? And if we're not, that's still not finding any enemy creeps. Yeah, then it's just the same. So, okay. Two things. First, in attackers, healers should be, like, first of all, find if there's any of our creeps with low health. So, or a creep in state.creeps.hitter if hurt ally. I don't think it's hurt ally exactly like that, right? Is creep hurt? Creep? Oh, you don't go there. You go above the match. Okay, so if the creep is hurt, then I want to attempt to move to, and okay, so if creep.heal creep and then I want to return this, right? Like we want to do this and we don't want to do anything else. So we're done. So this one will have us like be constantly healing now if any of us gets hurt outside of just an attacking state. We're still not switching to attack state though. So that's a little bit update attack state. So if let some new attack state self-attack update pass itself. We iterate through all of the creeps. Get closest enemy to creep within radius. I wonder if I want to just get closest to the flag then. And then also something else that we can do for attackers. If you're in gathering mode, so if there is a body part, go here. Otherwise, head back to the flag. So we can just say creep dot move to state dot my flag. So head back home. Same thing for fighter. And same thing for healer too. Just everybody head back to the flag. If we're in gathering mode and you don't exist and we don't have anything to go to. Okay, so everybody goes back home. And then this attack state isn't great. So what if we go back to the one that we do know works, which is this get closest enemy to flag within radius. So if we do that, get closest enemy to flag within radius, we don't do a creep, we just do, hey, within 10, we all attack. So I don't actually need this anymore. Okay, so let some enemy creep. And I wonder if I want to do something like 25. If you're within 25, all of us attackers are going. Return some attack state, attack and creep, clone. Okay, so I would imagine to see a crash now as soon as we get halfway through the game. But that was a bunch of changes. Let's see if we got that. See how long we last too. $6.53 again. Okay. So we're all heading out. We're grabbing these things, and then we're heading back. Oh, our healer's actually healed, I believe. So there is like right here. So you got attacked. And then our healers all chase after you, heal you, and then we're good to go. So that's good. It does mean the healers aren't really getting the healing items. They're spending more time healing everybody, but keeping everybody up, which is probably fine. But we're getting close to when they attack now. They can attack on our side of the river? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they could only attack on their side. Oh, but here they come. No crash, which means it's still not updating. Why isn't that updating? Okay, so we have in mod state update the attack state. Oh, wait, look at this. In run. Okay, this is why it's not happening. Every single tick, we create a new state from scratch. So I need to then, okay, we need to then set what our attack state is here. If there's an enemy within range, we're in attack mode. I keep on forgetting that this is stateless, so we don't remember anything over time. I could put information on the creep or the tower, or I don't know if I can put it like on just down to a general game object to sort of like remember things. That might be something to do later. But okay, if I do update attack state here, maybe this will cause our crash. Okay, so we do all the things. Tick 500 happens. Still no crash. We update the attack state. We do update. Get closest enemy to flag within radius 25. If we do, return this. Otherwise, return a none. And this is if we're in gathering state. Okay, so I kind of want to. Okay, we need to start doing some warns to figure out what's going on. In gathering. I guess like in gathering. We'll start here. Does this run? Okay, we see the in gathering here. Excellent. So then, can we find closest enemy to flag? So, closest enemy to flag is the enemy dot ID. Okay, so they're over here. Oh, here we go. Closest enemy to flag. 17. That's ID 5. There. This one technically is the closest one. Okay, we are getting that. Okay, excellent. So closest enemy to the flag is this. Then we're going to return some attack state, attack and creep, that specific enemy, and we're cloning it. Okay. So that means we now come back out to state, update to attack state. We get the new attack state, self.attack state equals the new attack state. Okay. Which should at this point of time now be attacking. So when we run our attackers in Ranger, this should be happening. Yeah, I would imagine that this should happen now. Ranger attacking. Oh, for some reason I have like the play control. Oh, here, play. Ranger attacking. Okay. I do wonder, who are they attacking? So Ranger attacking Ranger attacking that enemy. Which I suppose then we have Fighter attacking that enemy. I wonder if the return code is not what we expect it to be either. It's like I wonder if we need to move this out and take a look at the return code and see what it is. What was happening? Oh, that's just lots of turrets going on. Not attacking yet. Attacking now. So Ranger attacking 17. You're 17. Oh, I didn't see like what mine is. These are mine. These are theirs, and we're attacking him. Okay, we are now successfully attacking. We still lose. Did our fighter got killed early. Our fighter's gone. Looking for the ones with a little red at the front of it. Okay, here's our attacker. It's already been quite damaged. It's also tempting to get back down here, but then it had all of its move. All of its attack is gone now, and it can't do anything. It can attempt to attack, but it's dead essentially. It's just something it can move around. Okay, so what if we now change our radius for that? So instead of 25, let's do like 75. As soon as you head out, we just go. $676 ticks. So we're lasting slightly longer, just a few little pieces longer. So that's okay. Now they come up. Oh, we're already in attack mode now. So we're going. I feel like at this point we should just be attacking the closest enemy to the creep that we're at this point. That's probably what we should be doing. Instead of going after the closest one to the flag, because that means we get attacked by everything on our way over there. So either we detect that they're moving out and head over to our flag instantly and defend it, or yeah, there we go. Or we attack the closest to us. I would say let's just attack the closest to us and just take them out right there, and our healers move around and heal us up. So if we're all attackers, rangers. If we're in attack state, don't. So I kind of want to like ignore it temporarily what this enemy is. Instead, I want to find the closest enemy that we have and attack that. So it really is hub function get closest enemy.
I'm not afraid of your ghosts, Bridget.
Okay, so we have the creep that we're going to pass in. So for this creep, we want to grab that enemy. Okay, so... Oh, and we can't do that. So that's going to give us... Find closest by path. Right, that gives us like this option object. And then I want... Okay, so... want to do a let enemy equals it's gonna be something like an enemy object. I'm gonna do creep dot find closest by path. Our positions is gonna be a self dot get enemies array.
I'm not afraid of your ghosts, Bridget.
Oh, this will have to be an if let. Okay, so we have an enemy object to here. Okay, so we now know we have an enemy. It's the closest. I now need to turn this enemy into a creep. And so that's like creep to object. I want the other way around. I think that's to state. Object to creep. Oh, get enemy by object. That's what I want. So now I'm going to return get enemy by object. This returns an option with reference to a creep. So perfect. So our object, I want to return that. Otherwise, return none. Okay, so now back to attackers, get closest enemy. So if let sum me equals state dot get closest enemy to ourselves. And we'll say creep dot ranged attack the enemy okay, we then move back. Oh, do you have a write-up or a YouTube video on how one sets up a Screeps Arena Rust WASM environment? No, you know what? I didn't. Did I do? I sort of, kind of, almost did that. But that's a really good idea. We should do that. So let's see, how to set up Rust, to play, or how to set up, let's see, how would I name this so I remember what it is later? Like video tutorial. How to set up Rust to play Screeps Arena. The short of it is that I found you want to get into yourself, but you don't feel like figuring out the bootstrapping part of it. Yeah. I think I can help you out with that. So first of all, I have this Docker container that I created, and I just have it sitting there running. And so I just stop it and I just start up and start it, and it's just constantly there forever. This Docker container, I believe, is from here. Probably not, because that's not even a real worker. Okay, never mind. I've not used this Docker container. Okay. Must be a different Docker file. So, do we have in others, Cargo Screeps Arena started Rust. I think it was Screeps Arena started Rust, and then Cargo Screeps. So Cargo Screeps is the really important one here. So if I cd into Cargo Screeps, did I put a Docker file in here? I did not. Did I actually do anything at all with my special Docker file? I feel like I didn't. Like, I thought I was going to create one, and then maybe I never actually created a Docker file for it. Maybe I just did like a Docker run. Hold on. What's my history pipe to grep Docker? Well, specifically with Docker run. Okay, so I've got Docker run. There's all the sec stuff. Okay. Here's my command that I did. So I did docker run -it name Screeps Arena, so keep that up all the time. Be interactive for this. Volumes, current working directory of where I ran this. Oh yeah, look at this. I didn't use a Docker file for it. I just am running it directly off of Rust. And I did a volume of like the 2 volumes where I was when I created this, which was in this directory. So the directory of this project. And okay, so I think I could do rest latest, run command, the command that I'm running is this one. Oh, this command. Okay. Cargo watch s, cargo screeps deploy -m capture the flag. I no doubt had to install a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, so the first thing is that was bad. All right, so let's flip over and do this right now. I doubt I'm gonna beat the other guy right this time. It would be pretty cool if we figured out a way to do that. let me make sure that I don't have any other like code or weirdness going on with this. Oh right, we were gonna test like attacking that. So here's what we're gonna do, Epic. I'm gonna do one quick more run, and then we're gonna create a Docker file for this, like actual proper Docker file, and then we'll create a tutorial for how to get started with it. So for our attackers, I want to now do this thing for our fighter too. Don't care about you. Okay, so then this is just attack instead of ranged attack. Healers, you heal. You like continue doing all your healing stuff. Now we attack in the area. I'm going to, nope, wrong one. I want to go to this. And start up that code again. Okay, that published it. We probably we're still probably not going for the flag, but now can we kill them all? If it times out and it becomes a draw, no, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. 664 ticks, so we all die. Okay, so that's us going there. So we'll wait until like 500, and it's probably going to become utter chaos in the middle here. Okay, they're all moving out. We'll go maybe a little bit faster. Okay, we're all in attack mode. We're all everybody's heading over. That's a little bit more reasonable looking. So we're just constantly attacking. Our healers are moving around. You guys stopped because you lost your attack abilities. Oh. So we didn't do nearly as much damage there as I sort of expected that we would. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So the problem is I sort of thought having a bunch of us out in the middle would actually help out, but we were so spread out that and then they damaged all of our attack abilities, and so we just became creeps that can't do anything anymore and just completely useless. So I think we have to have a completely different sort of setup for this. So that's yeah. Let's pivot really quickly here. So other than we haven't saved that. So our big changes here are going to be gathering updates or upgrades, then losing anyways. Okay, so let's get this Docker file going so it's going to be a little bit nicer. So we have the very first thing. Okay, so we have some volumes here to figure out. So I have volume slash data, and then we have also volume. Is that the only place I put it? No, we have Screeps Arena too. Okay, so /data and Screeps Arena. And actually this is not data, this is code. I should probably for this break this out a little bit more and make it a little bit easier to sort of work with if you are gonna be doing this, because you don't necessarily put all of your stuff in like one directory like I do. So the things that we need the cargo Screeps directory. And actually, I might be able to... Is Git in here? Git is in here. Okay, cool. So I want to run command git clone Okay, so cargo Screeps. This gives us this nice, cool command here. And we're going to be using the Arena branch. So we're going to start with HTTPS, UN. Where do I want to put this? I could put it into like /code, but to like run Victor. I guess we'll just do like cargo. I'll just clone this in the root directory and then we'll just cd into it and it will be fine. So git clone u. That will create a directory named cargo-screeps. So the next thing will be we want to cd into it. So a workdir and then we want to do cargo install --path is dot. So normally we do cargo install and then just something and it grabs it from crates.io, but we can now install this one. Before we do that, we also have to do a git checkout arena. Okay, so we check out Arena for the latest one here. We then install it. We then apt update. Okay. So we run apt update. This one. And then we need to install wget build essential package config and libssl div binary n. Something like that. So apt-get update and apt-get install -yu. Keep on alt tabbing when it's really just control tab that I want to do. Okay, so then we just do this wget 0 to then add a SSH key or a TLS key or LLVM, so that way we can install Clang. once we do that, we do another apt-get update. And now we can install Clang. Okay, so then after that, we go into MyScripts Arena code, and we can now do cargo scripts deploy, capture the flag. Let's see. So scripts here, cargo scripts deploy. And then all of these are sort of like what we're doing, and then eventually added in the watch. Oh, so we need to cargo install cargo watch. I can't remember. Do I need to -y this? I don't remember anymore. Okay, and so now I can do this cargo thing here. My last CD that I went into is into where my code is going to be. So okay, so Workter cargo scripts. We do that, then install that, and then it's going to be installing Clang at that point. I'm going to just switch back to / there so it's obvious that it's not has anything to do with that. Okay, so that's now installing Clang. Let's go ahead and install cargo watch. Let's put you like all together. So we install like the cargo stuff. I like having the command down below. So our volumes, we're gonna have code, and we're gonna have scripts arena, and then also we're gonna have. Oh no, we're get cloniness. So I don't need to pull that in myself anymore. I was doing this with mine as just a volume, not really that big of a deal. Workter. So in Workter is going to be our code for this. So Workter is /code. And then we're going to have this cargo watch, cargo scripts deploy, capture the flag. Now we're going to want to change this for like the different ones, right? So capture the flag is probably not right to do here. But we do have to have like a -m for it to say what mode it's at. It's basically we're using a feature system, and so I pulled all this code from in Rusty Scripts. There is a Scripts Arena starter Rust. So I pulled all this stuff from there and I just copied it into my directory, and this is what I'm using. So we see our cargo to TOML, and the features part is the most important. And there's also instructions in here for like how to get this set up myself. Okay, so we have all of you. I think that'll work now. Oh, the Scripts arenas. That's going to be a little bit interesting. So I'll show you what that's going to look like. So out here, I'll give it a different name. So first of all, we're going to build this. So Docker build -t. Let's call this Berserker /Scripts arena. This might take a little while. While we're waiting, strategy-wise, I'm currently now thinking that I need to be very, very careful with where the positioning of our creeps are. So I'm thinking we only send out one creep. Maybe we just like choose a creep at random, or maybe it's like our fighter creep or something. And that creep becomes our mega creep. It goes out and collects all the updates, and that's it. Like, it just gets the closest update and collects them. Everyone else stays at home and just defends. And so if they come, we defend and we attack, and we do the normal sort of like attack the closest to you, heal everybody around you, all that stuff. That creep that goes out is eventually gets super powerful, and at some point we all attack, and that creep hopefully does like just one hit kills on everything. Or maybe I only want to send one creep out to pick up one type of its type. That might make more sense. I'm going to continue thinking about this, and maybe next week we'll have a better one. This is always the longest part. All right, well, I think I'm gonna take a super quick break while this is building. I will be right back. Oh, we're still not done, but at least we're getting closer. We're installing Cargo Watch now. What other things could we do? So, okay, so one thing that can be helpful if you know JavaScript, you could just code JavaScript and play around with it. The tutorial is actually pretty good. I actually liked it a lot. Although it is in JavaScript, you could actually technically write the code in Rust too for that as well. Maybe I'll do a introduction to scripts. We can take like a break and do that. That could be fun too. Yeah, because we would need to do that as part of all this stuff. It wouldn't just be like setting up. It would be like, okay, and also here's how to actually write all this code and all this stuff. So that would be good too. But okay, so we have our enemies. We have a bunch of upgrades in center. The reason why we're losing all these battles is in Screeps, when you get attacked, it takes it. I don't know if you can see it very well. For each of these like bodies, I don't know if you can see these. It's like really small on the screen. Each of these circles is a body part. And so like this specific one that I got is 1, 2, 3, 4 ranged attack body parts, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 move body parts. So when it does damage, it does like 4x damage every time it hits, which is, I mean, mine are the same. That's not too terribly bad. But when it gets damaged, it starts from the left and moves to the right. And all the first ones here are the attack parts, meaning that it will lose all of these, slowly start attacking weaker, become weaker and weaker as it attacks, and then just become something that can just move and don't do any attacks whatsoever. So that's also something to consider. So a lot of my creeps are actually becoming movers only. Like my guy here has lost several of his. Here, look at this. He has attack 0, tough 0, tough 0, tough 0, tough 0, attack 0, attack 0. He's lost a lot of his stuff. So he could barely attack and just moves a lot. Okay, so this finished. So now I have this Docker image. Now I want to do a Docker run. Let's give it a name. In this case, my name is going to be, I think I already have like a Screeps arena, so I'll just call this arena. We need to give it the volumes, and you're asking for 2 different volumes. So like the code. So in this case, my code is this Screeps arena here. So this. And you're going to go into /code. And then we have another volume, which is where it's going to deploy to. To find where it's going to deploy to in your computer, we want to exit out of the actual runner. And then down here, the script folder shows us. So if I just open you, here's alpha, capture the flag. I want to go up 1 level. And this is the Screeps arena. So this is what I care about. So if I grab you, Okay, no, I did not mean to actually open you in VS Code. Come on. So can I? Okay, so it's in users, my username, Screeps Arena. That's where I care about this. Oh. Why you do this? Accidentally close this, so that's cool. All right, so we're gonna try this again. Docker run, name is Arena. Let's see, want a volume of current working directory. That goes to code. I want another volume. Hi. Another volume of slash oh. So this is gonna be ls slash users Screeps Arena, and then just this, just Screeps Arena. And you're gonna go into Screeps Arena. Okay, those are our 2 volumes. I don't need any ports open. I don't need to do anything like that. In this case, I don't even think I need the IT thing. I think we're just going to run this. So it's going to be the Berserker Screeps Arena latest. First time we run this is gonna suck, like many things that we work with. Hi Zilby. Lots of stuff for it to download and install and get going, but after that, it's pretty fast. Zilby's here to say hello. Previously he's been a little bit scared of the microphone. You can see his tail is going a little bit, so he's not super thrilled. Oh, and it finished. Okay, and it copied. So that command that we run actually compiles and then runs it with the -m. With the -m capture the flag, so it actually finds the alpha capture the flag, and then removes the previous files, and then copies over the WASM for us. So we don't have to do anything else. That's it. This is now running, and good to go. And any changes that I make to this code, so if I just come here and hit save, that recompiles it and redeploys it. So it compiles it into WASM, and then it copies the files over into the Screeps Arena code base there. Oh, you know what? There was one more thing that I did do, didn't I? In the cargo.toml, I told it No, those are the features. Where? Oh, screeps.toml. Okay, so we have this screeps.toml, and I tell it destination is this /screeps arena because that's where we put it inside of our Docker container. And then the branch, when it says branch here, that really means folder. So the folder inside of it. Okay, so that seemed to work Docker file wise. I'm actually gonna, let's see if we can publish this. You know, I have this weird problem with Docker where it won't let me quit sometimes. If it's like interactive mode and it's like continuing to work, like it's not sending the Control-C into the container, which sucks. So I have to actually open another one here. All right, so I want to do a Docker. It's like a Docker deploy. It's not a deploy. Oh, is it? Oh, it might be push. Push an image. Okay. Docker push. Okay, I logged into Docker in another terminal. So now, can you work? Yes, I believe that will work. So now I should have this Screeps Arena image up on Docker Hub. Now this is not the perfect one. There's still work to do. It's like before I would actually create like a course or something like this. But Epic, I'm hoping that this would be enough for you to get started with it. Like there's definitely going to be some customizations to do with it, and I need to figure that out. Zilby's just in the other room, crying, complaining that I'm not playing with him, and or not feeding him. Which this is not his eating time. Like he eats in the morning, breakfast, he eats at lunch. It is an hour and a half away from when he gets food. So Epic, if you're still here. Okay, there we go. So now we gotta go to hub.docker. I guess it's not, it can't be found yet. So here's here's this Screeps Arena container. There's no README on it. So sorry about that. But this is this can be pulled and used. How do I give it an overview? It's been forever since I pushed anything in here, and I forget how to do that. Do I have to like link it to a GitHub repo or a README or something? I'll have to look up their instructions for how to do this. But okay, so first of all, let's get Twitch chat over here. Okay, so first of all, there is the link to the Docker container that's already built and everything else for you. Otherwise, the repo can be found. The repo that I've been working on can be found here. That Docker file is the one that's on Docker Hub. We're missing scripts.toml, so that has to be pulled out of here. To give you what this is going to look like. And this is going to be unique per user. Epic, are you on Mac, Windows, or Linux? Or I guess like anybody else who is thinking about playing this, are you on Mac, Windows, or Linux? Because I think for Linux and Mac, it's the same thing, where it's going to throw this into a there's a Scripts Arena directory that gets created when you launch the game. I also bought this from Steam. I don't know what happens if you get this through another system. I don't even know if you can get it through outside of Steam. I didn't even look. Let's see. So there's all that. So that's a not great introduction, but better than nothing. I'm going to call that the better than nothing tutorial on getting started. I'll see if I can like cut that out too, and then I'll like send that to you. Let's see. This also only works with capture the flag right now, because we have to, that command in Docker doesn't have like a, spawn and swamp or something like that. Which I haven't even looked at yet. I want to win at least one match with capture the flag before I look at the other ones. Okay, so we've got that. Can I add a repo to this? I can do... Oh, I can do labels. Oh, I can do a repository. Can I do multiple repositories? Huh, you can't really find very many things in here, can you? Oh, wait. Can I not do it because I forked this? Is that going to be a problem? What? Oh, okay. Well, fine. I'll have to figure out that a little bit later. I've been thinking about my the GitHub projects and how I want to sort of like deal with this. I've been thinking about making the flow a little bit more granular to sort of like go through what I really need to do, because I constantly I also it's new habits to form to like when I'm creating the tickets and like and setting them up and adding fields and tracking them properly. So like before I even get to the prioritized backlog, like one of the things that I would want to do, let me add a new column, for example, would be tag. See, I want to tag the type of work and I want to tag the project. So tag type of work, and I guess like this would be like process, like inbox. And what I mean by that is like take it from no status and put it into essentially a prioritized backlog, where then I can just grab from the top and go from there. Or maybe just have this be an icebox, and then we have like we grab from there. Like maybe it's not going to be prioritized at all, and it's just going to be a mega list of the mega list of doom. So looking at this video tutorial here, when I process it, things that I want to do, I want to attach, I was hoping that I can attach a repo to it. It looks like, oh, convert to issue. So I would love to convert this to an issue automatically on the repo. There's ways for me to do automation type things on this, which would be really nice. I don't know how to do that. Like a puller. I don't know why. Like on a forked repo, I can't do that from. So I might have to like redo that repo, archive the previous one, and create this one from scratch. Might be a good idea. So let's see. Video tutorial. We can create some like tasks inside of here. So for this, can I create a I wonder if I can create a like a default, like a template of things to put in here. So we want like the actual task to get this done. I want it's like, I guess we'll do, so like to process, I want to tag type of work, attach repo if possible, convert. So I don't want to convert it to an issue unless I'm actually going to work on it, or unless it came from that as an issue. Let's see, tag type of work, attach repo if possible. Oh, can't do oh. Type of work. I'm thinking about using the lean types of work that is found in the Phoenix project. So that would be unplanned. It's like unplanned. Oh, like type. Okay, so tag type of work. That'd be like unplanned. Feature request. Oh, yeah. Okay. Change request, business project, or IT project. So in this case, can I actually tag this? Oh, I wonder if I have to convert it to an issue first. Rename archival cards. I can't actually see this. So if I go back to table. Oh, it'd be labels, not tags. Okay. Labels. I have to convert this issue. Okay. Ah, okay. So I'm going to have to do that first to it to make that work. Okay. So I guess here's a question. I know there's not too many of you here, so it's not a full representation of my viewers. But how are we liking the like the business project versus like Scoops Arena type things? Because like I could switch over and do the opposite, where I'm doing Scoops Arena like sort of fun stuff in the morning before work. And then both like on my personal time and then also on Sundays, we're working on Brooks Builds stuff, like the actual like web app. And then also just like other little things that like come up here and there. I've been like considering switching over to that because I think the Scoops Arena is a little bit more fun. But I'm not sure what you all would want to see. And I could try that for just a week and just see what how you all respond to it too, which I might end up doing. Regardless, I plan on using something like this, my project, to sort of track these things and like to figure out. So I'm gonna pull off like what I'm working on, and then just like we'll have like the tags and the to-do list in there. And essentially a Scoops would be another tutorial that I'm building. So I kind of like heading towards that and doing the tutorial for it, because I think that would be good. We have these other tutorials to do too, so I might actually do those first. Starting next week, I'm probably going to do these things like where we have setting up Tailwind with Vue.rs, adding Bootstrap to the project, how to add static files to the build directory. Wasm Bindgen CLI, because like it was for some reason not working for some users. Although maybe it's working again, but maybe it got added in and got fixed. That's maybe what it was. It didn't work for like one version. So things to consider. Anyways, I think I have a lot to think about with this. What I'm gonna do is probably end the stream now, and I will be back tomorrow morning to sort of like continue on with more live coding. We're probably gonna start with this stuff, the intro to like more Vue.rs Vue.rs things. I want to today spend a little bit of time working on my backlog system, so I can like know what I'm gonna code at any point of time, and then we'll just sort of like figure that out from there. So with that, I want to just thank you all for hanging out with me today. If you do have any questions or you need some help setting up Screeps Arena to play on your own, reach out to me on Discord, and we can see if we can get you set up for that. Hopefully, I've got sort of like a system that works out well, and if not, I'll add that to my list of like for the tutorial when we get that going. All right, that's all I've got. So I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, for about an hour and 15 minutes, and then work. So with that, have a great day, and see you next time. Bye.